Hey everyone, I have a 2025 WRX TS here. It is getting close to 4,000 miles on the odometer. It had an oil change completed at the dealership at the 1,000 mile mark. So this will be a 3,000 mile interval and I am going to attempt to do it myself. Let's go ahead and get started. Here is my first time going up these ramps that I made. They're just 2x10 boards. Cut at angles, screwed them together, not too bad. Put a couple of cinder blocks behind the wheels in the back, just for extra protection in case things fail and it starts to roll, which shouldn't happen, knock on wood. But then I saw this dead guy. Sorry, buddy. And I did drive the car around for 10 minutes or so. The oil warmed up a little bit so that it drains out nicely. The oil temp indicator in the car got to just over 200 degrees. And I ordered this off of the internet a couple days ago. Let's double check serial numbers to make sure it's exact. 15208AA170. Perfect. So we'll start, take the old filter off. I'll wipe that down in there in just a second here. Remove the oil cap. Okay, now we'll be able to go get underneath the car, clean up the garage floor with my t-shirt. Before I go under the car, I'm just going to place blue towel over these to make sure nothing gets inside there. Don't want any bumblebees flying in. We have the drain plug here to the oil pan. It takes a 17 millimeter socket, or 11/16 is what I have. Okay, broke it loose. May need to cover up the camera as this starts to flow out of here. Man, that was a mess. Blew up everywhere. Got oil on my camera. I think I've salvaged everything. No worries. Next I need to replace the bolt down at the bottom of the drain pan, but to do that I have a Fumoto valve that I am going to install down there. That way these are easier in the future. And to install the Fumoto valve, what you want to do is insert the bolt through the valve body. And they say that this bolt head will be on the same side as the control lever, and it can spin freely. And so we'll go down under the car, tighten this, and they want you to hand tighten it only, and then with the hex key, turn it about 1/8 of a turn past hand tight. They warn you not to over tighten it. And then this is in the open position as it is right now. You can close it by twisting this. That's closed. And then it came with a little clip that prevents it from opening up at all. Just gonna clean up the oil, last little bits that are coming out of here. Once it gets tight, you can really feel that it's tight. So hopefully you have that pointed in a direction that you like. And that's that with the Fumoto valve. I have the clip on here already, so it's not going anywhere. It's all ready for the next time I need to do an oil change. And in case you were wondering, that hex wrench that I was able to use on it was a 3/8. What I have here is Costco's OW20, their Kirkland brand. And this engine does take 4.8 quarts of oil. There is an indicator on this. It's a 5-quart container. First, I'm going to dip a little bit on my finger here. Smear it around on the filter. Get that a little bit oily. Fresh oil here. So I just set the oil container down on the ground, shined a flashlight into it. That was a good way to get a better view of how much was actually in here. Now we're going to crank the car. Get the oil flowing through the engine before we start it. Now you want to crank the engine. You don't want it to start initially. And you can crank it by pressing on the gas pedal as well as the clutch at the same time. And then you press the start button. Let that go for 5 to 10 seconds while it's cranking the oil throughout the engine, and then let go of the gas pedal. When you let go of the gas pedal, that's when it'll start up. I've let it settle for a few minutes on solid ground here. I'll take the dipstick out and do a check. So now that we finished up, you can come in here, go to your settings, car info, maintenance, engine oil. Let's reset notification distance to 3,000 miles from now. And we can do a few months from now. And that wraps up this video. Thanks everyone for watching. Please subscribe, like if you enjoyed this one.